No.
Hello, everybody. Zero Interest, the final episode of Red vs. Blue, Season 6, Episode 19. Whatever the hell it was called, we don't actually have the episode names on the list for the playlist that we're watching because it's on YouTube and it doesn't seem to have the episode names on it. So, take it away.
So, we start with Wash being like, okay, guys, remember the plan, take Epsilon, go. And it was like, man, he's really trying to find a load. No, he has no other choice. Because some people won't help him.
It pans over to Church in the passenger seat of Caboose's Warthog.
So they leave as the meta is just tearing through the people outside. And Wash goes into the facility.
And first, before that happens, he follows them out and is very visibly saying, okay, go, and get away, and...
distract the meta, I'll take this AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And so he runs in, Meta follows him, because Meta is just mindless at this point, essentially.
Incredibly single-minded, yes.
Yeah. And so follows him into the facility where he then puts up a containment shield and is going to activate the EMP when he gets called out to by the counselor and then the director, who is basically like, well, it looks like it looks like Ep had the memories. Oh, Wash. Or David, rather.
May I call you David? He's like, fucking no, you gave me this name, fucking use it. So, I like that moment.
Yeah. So, well, I'm afraid we can't let you do that. Mm-hmm. And, deactivates the barrier after monologuing. A lot of monologuing from the director.
Yeah, and the meta's like, hey, where's the alpha? And the director's like, fucking shut up and do the job. To which the council cuts in.
Kill.
Don't worry about that. Just, prove that you can be trusted, and then maybe we'll let you see the alpha. And you get the idea of what these characters are like. Like, the director is harsh, asshole, and then the counselor is specifically there to be just kind of the nice guy that is accommodating by comparison.
Yeah. So Wash gets shot, but then Church appears as an AI. Boom! I'll be all right, because I'm a mother effing ghost.
Oh, you almost got there. I don't.
I can't.
Oh, well.
So he charges inside of the meta, which then goes starts freaking out, fidgeting, and Wash activates the EMP, or the EMP, as the computer itself says. And I burst out laughing at that because I was like, yes!
And that's
all I
my
ever
favorite
wanted.
joke. Yep.
That was the payoff I was waiting for.
It's a good payoff.
But EMP goes out, knocks out the Red's car. Caboose still keeps on driving, and then drives off the worst part of that level in the game. The part where it's just a road that goes to nothing.
Yep. Yep, even when the fucking film burning thing from, I think, is it Thelma and Louise? Where they drive off the cliff?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Nice.
So with that, so it ends with we have the Reds now are congratulated for their services. Well, the whole group is, has survived. They're congratulated for their services. They get some new bases to work with, and are now part of, thanks to courtesy to the UNSC, the actual army.
Yeah, and you get the impression that the UNSC doesn't really give a shit about them still. Like, even now, after doing something worthwhile, they're still kind of just, who gives a fuck? And just let them do whatever they're going to do in these bases that we're not going to use anyway.
Mm-hmm. Which are abandoned, yeah. So it's just like, yeah, abandoned because they killed the people there, so.
And then Caboose is inside what will be the blue base now, with the Epsilon AI. It's like, okay, I can do this, kind of thing.
I hope this works. In an unconscious body.
Yeah. And we have the voiceover messages back and forth again with the chairman being like, okay, fine, we're sending officers to arrest you. Good job being so morally repugnant that you're basically going to be in the history books for, setting the bar for where is too far when it comes to dealing with AI. Just like
we are making new morality guidelines for dealing with AI, and we are going to have entire rules with your name on it. Because wow.
Yeah, you'll go down in history after all.
Dear it ends with a director. It ends with a kind of speech, and it's like, well, I never got to fight in any wars or sacrifice my life. And I lost somebody dear to me, and I was wondering whether or not I could do what was necessary to sacrifice to keep that person alive. And now I know that I can because I am a jerk.
Basically, that's where it comes from.
And you can try to arrest me, but when you do, all you're going to do is find a sad old man. Okay, cool.
Yep. And...
Open your window.
Okay. Oh, I got it. Oh, hold on.
I'll cut it out.
What? Okay. Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry. Oh, then we flip back again. Okay. So where were we? Yeah, so director's a sad old man, and he also says no matter what people think of me, no one will be able to convict me of anything, because no matter what crimes exist for the harm we inflict on others, there aren't really any for the harm we inflict on ourselves, which is not strictly true in certain places, but yeah, he's basically alluding to the fact that the AI that they created and sent to him was based on him in the first place, because he is Dr. Leonard Church, which Church was the Alpha.
Yeah. Still think the director's a jerk.
Yeah, that's kind of intended.
You can say what you want. You can make your speech about, yeah, I lost somebody in a war. You still kind of floundered about and made more mistakes and did more wrong than good.
Yep.
So, just kind of from a when I started this season, I wasn't sure exactly. I've never really watched Red versus Blue. I tried to watch the first episode before, the very, very first episode.
Yeah, when it's all compressed down to maybe that space on the screen because they had to cut out the UI, and all of the audio was completely garbled because some of it was recorded over a phone call. Yeah, that's not the best in the world.
So obviously I feel like this show, they say it's a great place to start. I feel like there's a lot of references to previous seasons. It's very heavily, like a lot of this plot stuff is new, but there's a foundation that's built upon that I feel like I've missed.
Yeah.
As a result, a lot of the jokes end up not landing or missing me completely. Recurring gags I don't get. And it's easy as a writer to say, oh, this would probably be the best jumping on point because this is where plot stuff happens. But you forget all the little things that really make it a full experience.
Mm.
So I liked the show. I don't feel like I got the full experience out of it at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
If I'm gonna, I don't necessarily think that I'll particularly watch more. I might in the future, but I might want to go back and watch some of the earlier seasons before. Especially with what you've told me of characters still showing up from previous seasons in the future.
Yeah, they didn't do anything on Tex, which does come up over the next 4 seasons. They didn't do anything with Tucker, who is pretty pivotal for the rest of the show going forward. So, yeah, there is still stuff that would be worth looking at. I still don't know whether I can just straight up recommend watching the first 5 seasons because it is an awkward and kind of not great thing to watch after, modern productions where even web shows can be as high budget and, like Ruby. Like, say what you will about the quality of the writing as seasons have gone on, the production values have only gone up and they weren't exactly low to begin with. So, a show that was based on a game that hadn't really intended machinima based on it, and audio recorded over the phone, and it's not. There are so many technical foul-ups and complications and things that just mar the experience for the first 5 seasons. I don't think I can actually recommend.
And I do want to. I kind of do want to say that I am the type of person where I do not like starting things out of order. I will typically look for the first thing ever in a series and then try to start with that. Exceptions being like Final Fantasy series, because those are all very separate things. Things that are like Persona, for example. I still haven't gone back to 1 and 2, but.
I would. It's not good.
In an actual series where it is, where it relies on things previously built up upon, especially to land a lot of the jokes, I feel like it would be necessary to go back.
Yeah. If I had to recommend something to get you to keep watching, but, that's entirely up to you. You can do whatever. But if I was to recommend something, I would say watch a summary of the first 5 seasons. You could probably find a dozen of them on YouTube. And then just start from season 6.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I like the show. I like the quick kind of format. I feel like the pacing was a bit messy in some areas. Some episodes had very little going on. Others had way too much going on. So I feel like that's probably already solved in later seasons. Because it's my understanding that this is one of the first times they've dealt with a full plot that's going to be spanning multiple seasons.
It was, yes.
This.
I'm trying to think whether they do tighten up the pacing. And next season is a bit awkward because it was directed by someone else. And it's more intended as a comedy season again rather than a plot one. So I'd say not really for the next season, at the very least.
And there's 11 seasons of this?
They're on season 16. Longest running web series.
I don't know how you can get that many seasons out of this show, but okay.
Well, the first 5 are Blood Gulch. Then there's these three, which is dealing with some remnants of Project Freelancer. Then there is the next two, which are sort of kind of half prequel for the Freelancer stuff, where it actually deals with Washington when he was in the project and doing stuff. Then the next three are, after all that stuff is dealt with, they crash land on a planet and are dealing with a civil war on that planet. And then it gets a little weird, and I don't really know how to qualify the 3 seasons following that. They do move from plotline to plotline as the show goes on. Just kind of change up the narrative every now and again. So
okay. Well, I guess, you get a lot of seasons out of this show, especially when the episodes are like 6 minutes long.
Mm.
And I estimate the episodes will get longer as we progress, especially considering that's what happened to Ruby.
I don't think so. I don't think, at the very least, I don't think it ever gets to like an average over 10 minutes for the episodes.
Okay. So yeah, that's my current stance on it is, if I watch more, it's only going to be after knowing what happened in the last 5 seasons.
Mm.
Good show. I'm not particularly crazy about it, but I enjoyed it.
Alrighty. So that was Red versus Blue. Usually at this point, in the past, we've announced what the next show we're going to do is. Zero's not entirely settled on something yet. There are a few that he has thought about.
I might put up a poll in the Discord.
That'd be an idea.
So
yeah,
we'll see where that goes.
Yeah. So I don't actually like the Discord in this, but it's look at the podcast. It's always in there. I'm not going to remember in this one. So yeah. So that's Zero Interest for this season. Bye, everybody. We'll be back next week with whatever it is, hopefully, or we won't, because I don't know whether we're going to have recorded it yet. So, bye, everybody.
Bye.